Okay, now I went ahead and did a test, and I cut this one. It's a little bit too long. So remember, I can do a little bit of, yeah, now it's a perfect fit. So that one is going to be fitting in there. Now I cut this. This is the thicker of the two. This is the meat skewer. And because of that, I am going to come in and cut these a little bit differently. So I cut this one the same way as I cut the ones for the chairs. I just put it there, marked it, and cut it. Now because this is thicker, I'm extending out my blade a little bit, and I'm going to put it on my mark, and then I'm going to rock it back and forth while pressing down. Sometimes it'll pop off nice and neat like that. Other times I need to kind of break it off. Now this is a little long. You can see it's a little long. So I'm going to come in and just nibble a little bit off that end. See if it'll fit better. Yeah, it will, but I can be a little bit more aggressive with these particular pieces. Oh, I need to nibble just a tiny bit more off. And wow. It's sometimes like starts to cheese me off a little bit. It's like, man, I'm only, measuring this 900 times or trying to get it to fit. And it's like, we've all worked on something where it's like, we went ahead and went, oh yeah, I'll just make this cut here. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's way, way too short. Okay, oh, still need to take some more off of this. Okay, let me take just a smidgen right off of there. So I would rather sit and do this and this over and over again. Okay, that one fits. And then that one fits at the back. Like that. It's not incredibly straight, but that's okay. So that's the back, that's the front. And now all I have to do is, you can say it with me, lay in a nice bead of glue. I'm going to do it on both sides because I don't really feel like doing this twice. Okay. Now let's pop this one in. And again, this will just give a little bit of sturdiness to your little piece of furniture. And again, if you just want to do these two long ones and be done with it, that's perfectly okay. If you don't want to and you want to add in a little bit more, then you can do the same thing as I did before. Move the light around so you can see it. Where I just held this up, took my pencil, marked where it goes, get that out of the way. Where's my little sandpaper? And let's see if it fits. Nope, too long. That's a little bit too much there. Ooh, that one got a little shredded. That's okay, because I can sand it now. Wow, my camera angles again. Martin Scorsese, eat your heart out. And then that one will fit in there very nicely. You can see how it fits in. And then you just glue them in, and bada bing, bada boom, you're done. Then, as this falls out, let's add in, wait a minute. I'm going to raise this up a little bit. Oops, it just popped out here. There. Let's come back around. And because we're working with something I don't particularly care to do all the measuring again, And again, if you feel safer doing this with a tool, then do it with a tool. Let's add a couple of beads of glue in here. Nice beads of glue. Let's see. Oh, yuck. There's some of my husband's beard hair. And pop that in. And pop that in. And now I can sit and let this dry. Okay. So that's how you put that together. The next little bit, I'm going to show you more of what I was doing around here, and we're going to do some little spot coloring in here. Okay, I'll see you in the next part of the video. Okay. This should probably be the last video for these. Now, this has all dried, and if something does dry a little bit like this and it's pulled up a little bit, you can always put some more glue under there and clamp it back down if you want to. Now, I pulled out some pens because these areas are a little bit more multicolored than say this one, where I kind of got away with just using the tan all the way around. It just kind of works, and I'm just going to go with it. There's some areas here and along these sides where I might want some different colors. So I went ahead and pulled out some of my more pastel colors here to work with. And yes, I did put those on rainbow order. Put them back in order. And then I had gotten to thinking about how I put the legs in and how I showed it to you. And there is, instead of, you can put them down here and make the mark. However, if you want, doing it this way, and then I put my thumb over it, because sometimes, you know, you just get used to doing things a certain way, and you can see I can make the mark there a little bit more easily. And then I can grab my knife. Okay. And lay that in place and glue it down. I think it's a little short for that area. Maybe that's a teensy weensy bit short. No, maybe not. And I'm going to put in a bead of glue and use my... Wow, I really got that on camera really well, didn't I? And then add that in there. Now, I'm also going to want to go along these edges here after I finish all of the little feet. And I'm going to use this tan because it kind of matches the wood. It's it's kind of a I mean, I could do it in the pink, but I don't really like the pink showing against the wood, if that makes any sense. So again, I'm just using the wide tip of this and going along and hitting all these. And for you, this may not bother you at all. It bothers me. So I have to do something about it, or it's going to make me a little cuckoo nutty crazy bananas. Okay, now I use the large tip there. I'm going to switch around here and try very carefully to only get this right in here, so it's not stark white right next to the wood part. Now, when it comes to the rest of around these pieces, I'm going to start out with some pink. What I've noticed is, I'm going to start out with the pink on this side, is that these markers, it may take a coat or two, like a pass of 1 or 2 times to get the color onto something, or to cover up a color. But by and large, it does a good job of keeping it covered. So on this one you can see I went to about there and stopped. And then I think I'm going to continue this in pink right here because it's right next to the pink. And now let's see if we can find something that's a little closer to this blue. I'm going to grab this piece of paper over here. That one could be a pretty good match. So I'm going to come in here, and where I know there's blue on that side and blue on that side. And again, it doesn't have to be a perfect match, because that already has some pink there. I just kind of wanted to see what would happen if I used some things that were a little bit more blue. And I don't think that looks too bad. I kind of like that. And then here, I'm going to add that in. We've got a couple of different kinds of pinks. So let's come along here to about there. And now, let's see, that's a darker pink. Let's see what this one looks like. Because sometimes it can come up a little, it's a little fuchsia-y. So this one may need a little bit of a calm down with another color over the top of it. If you kind of get my meaning. There's a white here. Let's see what this looks like right here. Oh, that doesn't do a bad job. And like I said, it may need a coat or two. So I'm going to come up here and do the same thing here. Looking around the edges. I think I'm just going to do the pink on this side. This one pink that I've used several times. I think it's the one that had a little bit of blue smeared on the cap. Will she find it? We don't know. But, you know, this is your work. You do it the way that you want to do it. I'm going to be including, I want to download some of the drawings that have nothing but the furniture, so like no wood portions, or would you rather have the wood portions, and nothing up here, so you know you could color it yourself, I guess, if you really wanted to. I think that could be kind of cool too, especially for little ones, who I would really rather see what they have, what kind of designs they would come up with. Here, I'm just going around some of the wood pieces here just to tone down some of that white. And you can see here that some of that, there's some of that blue again. Let's see if we can come in here with this nice blue. And you're seeing me do this with my caps. I've done this since I was in art school. I do not know why. This seems like a much more natural way of holding it while I'm working on something, because I can always go dab, 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 and then put that back in there. I think that's the reason why. But you can see you can have some fun with this, adding in some extra colors. Like with this one, I just went with the straight pink. I might come in and have a little bit more fun with adding in some different colors, because this is kind of a corally pinky orange kind of color that I need to add a little bit more to. A little bit of a different color too. Let's see if, I don't know if I have anything over there that comes close to it. Let's see, I think this one might match it. That one looks a little close. That looks kind of close. And again, I might be able to like just do a bit, come here you, a bit of mixing. Oh, that matches much better. I mean, you can still see it, but again, this is not gonna, like, you aren't gonna be passing this down to your grandchildren. Neither am I, you know. This is something fun to do. So that's a little bit more of a, you know, continuing the color sort of thing. So if you wanted to do that, that could be a lot of fun too. So with that all being said, I think I'm going to officially draw to a close. The armchair, the first armchair, and the love seat portion of all of this. And I'm kind of vacillating in between, do I want to go on to this particular chair, which is far more, oh, wow, I can't really, there we go. It's a little better. I left these on here because in the prints that you're getting, you have more here than I have left on this one. This one takes a little finessing, but I think we may move on to this one. I have another chair ready to go. This is just the little straight back chair, although it's not very straight right now. And I think these come out really sweet. And they go together like super quick. So I think we may go ahead and move on to this one first, because I think I would really like to have the correct version of this, which means I know I need to put in another order for some prints. So let's just say in the next one, we're going to go on to the little side chair. I really like how these came out, because I like this is a continuation of this piece. I like how that came out. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video where I show you how to put together little tiny side chairs.